I feel horrible for what I said to her. I know I'm in the middle of something much bigger than mere feelings, but Julia was always there for me when I needed her. Everything I said to her was pure frustration. None of it's true. Huh. Whatever. I'll shake this feeling off eventually. Once Julia gets back in contact with me, we'll make amends. Alas, the long drive is finally at an end. Jeff's vehicle pulls into the dirt lot that has a small trail leading past a slime brush. I get out of the car first and help Monica out afterwards. When Jeff steps out, we make eye contact with me and I nod at him to follow us. Pushing back past the brush and continuing on the trail, we reach a very familiar place I've been to many times. It's a lake where Ashley loves to spend time at. She took me here when I was younger, and that's because she loved being here that I eventually grew fond of it as well. Now, it just symbolizes the bond she and I once had. And now she's gone. The lake is a much different place. A place of reflection. Reflection of everything I've done, everything I've moved past, and everything that she helped me through. Who the hell just liked my tweet? Jeff hangs back on the brush while Monica and I traverse the wooden deck that borders the lake. Oh, it's so beautiful. It's a great place to think and relax. Is this a place you actually went to a lot? Yeah, it's one of her favorite places to be. We reach a small section at the edge of the lake, bordered by foliage and flowers. It resembles a symbol of beauty and peace in this world. This lake, in essence, is a veritable garden of Eden. Monica looks around in awe. I can tell she hasn't ever been. I can tell she hasn't ever experienced a place like this before. I'm glad they brought her somewhere that I find very special to me. So, Monica, yeah, I brought us out here because it's away from the city. You can get some peace for a bit. But I wanted to pay respect to the woman who raised me. Oh, I understand. I don't know much about her since you're so secretive, but I bet she was a great woman. She really was. Look up in the sky in the clouds, like you used to many years ago. She was far from perfect, but she did everything in her power to make me happy. Make you smile and make me happy. Shit. I am 23 years old, and I still can't fucking read. I need a drink. Mm. Uh, the okay. It was her who decided to take me in when I was in my hardest point in life. She taught me more than I needed to survive in this world. In fact, it was her that inspired me to pick myself up from the ground and keep going. You never told me. How was it that you and Ashley met? Sighing and looking back down the water below us, I repositioned my feet and leaned against the banister. My father did a lot of bad things when I was in his care. He beat me to near death hundreds of times, locked me in a pitch dark basement, and starved and dehydrated me for days on end. Tested on experimental chemicals and drugs on me. There's so much more I can go on about. A law enforcement caught wind of his activities and raided our home. During the raid, he fled and left me behind to die. What? How can anyone do that to their son? You'd be surprised what some parents will do to their offspring. Yeah, I need a drink. Let's see. Well, what happened next? Well, it turns out during a raid, I discovered there's a near I was discovered in a near unstable state. Two women led the raid and decided to take me in their care. Those women were Ashley and Julia. Monica raised an eyebrow and placed her left hand on her hip. Intrigued in my origin, I can see the pieces fall into place. Do you now? Ah, damn it. Monica and I share excitedly gaze. I'm sure she knows how I became who I am today. Well, you want to say a few things? Yeah, I feel it's probably best right now. Alright, I'll give you some privacy. Monica turns and walks away, but I reach out and catch her hand before she leaves. Huh? I, I, I want you to be here with me. Monica smiles and intertwines her fingers. Again, 23 years old and can't fucking read. God damn it. Stepping back on my side. All right, here I go. Hey Ash, it's me. I know I haven't been here in a while, and if you were here, you would probably kick my ass for not visiting. But I want to say thank you for everything you've done for me. You gave me a lot of support, and honestly, I still hold dear to everything. I still hold dear to this day, and everything that's been happened. It still gave me the confidence and motivation to keep going. I can feel the stream tears in all my eyes, but my voice begins to crack. Alright, I want help. Don't start crying here. Without the burn in my throat, I suppress those feelings and try to gain my bearing. I'm... Uh, I'm sorry. Oh, I... I never got to say that to you. I wish I could say that while you were alive. Thank you for everything, Ashley. Monica rests her free hand on my shoulder while gripping tighter onto my hand, providing some comfort into my moment of emotional vulnerability. I want you to meet someone, Ashley. This girl sitting next to me is my girlfriend, Monica. She means a lot to me, just like you do. If you wish, you could meet her. Hell, maybe you could even help us in the situation we're in. Because if you're here, you know exactly what to do. But this is why you trained me, so I can handle my own problems and deal with them like the man you made me. I won't let you down, Ashley. I turned to Monica and looked at her with eyes deeply, and I won't let you down, Monica. She wraps her arms around my neck and hugs me, a few tears dropping from her eyes. That was beautiful, Hope. I've never seen you that emotional. You didn't make me start tearing up. Rubbing Monica's back, and it's just staring, standing across from us at the brush as he was earlier. Hey, do you mind waiting here just a sec? Yeah, sure. Thanks, I'll be right back. Patting her in the back, I walked past her and towards Jeff. When I get within whispering distance of him, I lower and soften my voice. So, what's the plan? I have no idea. Where things get serious, I may need to ask you to watch over and take care of Monica while I handle things. On your own. I don't really have any other option. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I just got caught off guard by some shit on Discord. Holy fuck. I don't have any other option. why did you have to go off on Julie and ruin your privileges with her? I can go without the goddamn lecture. Fine, fine. Since I owe you one, I can do that for you. He looks past me towards Monica. I stay in view of him to maintain his attention. But no one lays a finger on her. Am I clear on that? Crystal. Meth. But at least let me go off on you for getting involved in the contractee. Listen, Izuki was a special case. Whatever it was, you violated several policies getting into a relationship with her. They didn't get in the way of my job. Are you sure about that? I want you to think long and hard about the next chance you get. Why are you bringing it up right now? I find myself raising my voice quickly and turn down when Monica gets over at us. I don't want you making the same mistake you did with Suki here. I can tell Monica's extremely special to you. I wave my hand in front of him to interrupt him. I understand what you're trying to say. I'm going to defend Monica and do whatever I can to end this madness. Whatever it takes, Jeff. Good. I'll do whatever it takes to help. But I'm nowhere as spry as I used to be when I was in the agency. I wouldn't ever ask you to do more than just watch over Monica if something were to happen. Then I'll be more happy to do that. What do you have planned? Honestly, nothing. I need to get access to records that were filed around the time I was protecting Zuki. He's building Monica is her, and I know there's information about them somewhere there. I plan to get that. That's an entirely different ordeal. Only Julia would have access to those kind of archives. I raise my hand and my chin and ponder. Miyuki, her assistant. I can get the records to her. It sounds good, but what are you going to do when you find the information? Figure out how to locate the group and use the agency to take them down? And how are they supposed to do that? What's it the 20 questions? You're forgetting the 1 times 4 rule. You need to have everything planned out, Hope. Come on, man, even I know that. Alright, smartass, how about you tell me what you would do in a situation? Okay, little one. Jeff stares blankly at me, unresponsive. Exactly. Hear me out on this. I gesture and move my hands towards the talk. Figure out who's in charge of this group, or at least figure out what they're quartered at. They can later raid on them. If they attacked an asset that was under our protection. I know for a fact that if Ashley was alive, she would personally have led an attempt to bring them down, whoever was in charge of the attack. You have an excellent point there. But are you even sure the effects of protection are active? Ah, yes. No matter how soon or long ago it was still a direct attack on the agency asset. Better figure out who was responsible for them. Fast. You're not gonna tell me twice. All we can do right now is wait. I'll contact Miyuki myself and get information out of her. Got it. For now, I'm going to at least relax for a bit here with Monica and continue fortifying my plan. Understandable. Listen, I gotta get back home. Aren't you gonna be okay here? Yeah, I have things settled here. Alright? Call me if you need me. Jeff turns around and walks back towards the bush line, disappearing from my line of sight. When I turn around, I see Monica leaning against the banister of the lake enjoying the scenery. She looks absolutely beautiful. The picturesque off. What the fuck? I will murder the fucking. Ew. Anyway, the picturesque view I have from here I could watch forever. If only I hadn't had the stain I if I didn't have the stain I do now. I brought Monica here because of what's going on. I never wanted to become like this. I would have preferred for to being her here on much happier circumstances. That way I feel like I'm not worthy of a society like this. Monica looks over and notices me looking at her. She smiles and waves me over. Are you done with your conversation? Yeah. Sorry about that. Don't apologize. What else do you have planned for us? For now, we just need to just relax for a bit. I feel something we both need at this point. Agreed. Come on, I know somewhere we can go. Following a wooded path that directs us away from the lake, I take Monica to a small clearing just like Ashley brought me 2 years ago. When we reach the full clearing, I walk Monica out to the middle of it. So, Monica. Yeah? Do you know how to defend yourself? You mean like fighting wise? Correct? No, not really. Well, right, what are you going to be learning today? Huh? I'm going to teach you everything I know about personal self-defense. Oh, okay. Let's start with what you already know. I barely know anything about it. Do you know how to make a fist? Of course I do. There's your starting point. Show me a fist. Monica curls her dominant hand right into a fist. However, she places her thumb within her grip. A terrible thing to do. Yeah, I'm not a fighter, but even I know not to do that. Because I know you'll just end up breaking your thumb if you throw a punch. I mean, it's also like, it's more that the knuckle's supposed to be like under. Don't let the actual thumb show. Put the thumb under the knuckle, but put it to the point where it's only part of the knuckle that shows. Anyway, oh god. All right, so that is something. Monica looks at me quizzically. Your thumb placement is atrocious. Instead of closing your thumb into your fist, have your thumb outside your fist curl alongside your fingers. Yeah, that's what I was saying. Like this? Perfect. The reason is that a right fist is that the reason this is a right fist is because if you happen to punch something hard while your thumb is inside the grip, you will lose your thumb. I see. Alright. Now that you have a proper fist, I want you to swing it at me. What? Are you sure? You're not gonna hit me, I promise you. Okay. Monica raises her fist and throws it at me. Ah. Reaching to my nose, I feel a small bead of blood drip down my lips. You gotta learn how to dodge, kid. You're trying it too fast. Stop making excuses. Your enemies won't listen to you like I am. Even then. Ashley almost instantly readies another swing and makes contact with the side of my face. I feel like I'm being hit by a cinderboard. Cinder block. Oh, damn it, how have I not broken anything yet? Sensing that she's going to swing again at me without telling me, I force my eyes open and dash to the side. Her face barely misses my face. Good job. You finally dodged something for once. You're so fast. You will be too, son, one day. Remember, you're still extremely young. But you have to learn how to dodge anything your opponent is going to throw at you. I need a... Alright. She kneels to the eye level with me and wipes the blood off my face. Anticipate any of the future moves I'm going to do. you can accurately depict something like that, you'll be able to counter it and get the upper hand. Right. I tried to catch my breath desperately. I've actually been trying to teach me how to fight and counter attacks. Damn, this woman is swift. Too fast for you to expect her to be. She grabs hold of my collar and throws me into the air. We're not finished yet, Hope. Damn, it actually hurt. What did you expect, woman? You want an actual fight. I actually rose to the side of her chin. I predicted the right hook she was going to execute. I managed to land my fist in her face. Dusting myself off, I stare at Ashley as she prepares to continue our spar. I am extremely proud of all our training. You're becoming a pretty formidable opponent. It's been a long year. Yeah, when I started, you couldn't even dodge single of my punches. I countered every single one. And frankly, it started to piss me off. Now, come on, I'm ready for you. Reach my hand out. I make come here motion with my hand. She smirks and starts walking towards me. The orange glow of the sunset illuminates the field in a way that makes Monica appear even more beautiful. I've been training with teaching the basics about self-defense for the past few hours. She's been keeping up with it pretty well too. I've been letting her swing at me to get into good form, but until get the fuel, she extend her energy. Our mom keeps checking on my side periodically. The wound itself is closed and the surface has healed, but there's a still prominent ache it begins self-known. The breeze blows past both of us. Monica's here, flutters to the side of her. You ready for one more test? Of course. I want you to actually try to fight me now. What? Are you sure? And since you successfully land a punch on me, you'll pass the test. Alright? I will give it my best shot. I'm also going to be throwing a wild card. Monica looks at me. I'm going to try to grab you and carry you away. I see. You know exactly what I want to fight that? Monica giggled. Sus. 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 This is sus. Sorry. I'm sorry. I'll be serious. So I stand up straight and slowly start walking towards her. Monica balls her hands in her fists and raises them in the proper form I have taught her. All of a sudden, I started to run at her, startling her, causing her to jump. I grab her left wrist and start dodge swing with the right wrist. Ducking down, dashing to the left, I dodge at another swing. Monica moves her hips in a strange way that catches my attention. Suddenly, I see her knee dart straight for my face. I let go of her wrist, catch her knee, and lift her. What? Catching her off guard, I lift her entire body by leg and try to throw her off my shoulder. After getting over my shoulder, I try to run away, but she barrages my back with a flurry of punches. Finally getting the chance to start running, I throw my legs out as far as I seemingly what someone would do, someone who would take in Monica would do. She turns to the side and kicks her. Mm. Mm. Sorry. Turns aside and kicks her knee to my face. A sudden blow in my head stuns me, causing me to let go of Monica and fall to the ground. I turn around and face her, and from the ground she stares back at me. Damn, girl, you did great. Did I? She breathes heavily, trying to catch her breath. God damn good, Ian. I stunned her for a second there. I would have given you enough time to get up and run away. I'm sorry if I hurt you or anything. Are you kidding me? I reach my hand down on Monica, offering to help her up. She smiles and takes my hand into hers. Instead of her pulling me with me, she pulls me down on top. What? Give me a second. I need to look something up. What the hell is that search? Guys, you ask me, that's it's kind of sus. I regret nothing. I regret nothing. I had to do that to you. I had to. Place my hand in front of me and lay on top of Monica and look at her in the eyes. Whoops. I roll aside and lie down next to Monica on the grass. Sky above makes for a very nice ambience. Monica turns her head to face me, her smile never fading. Can you spend some quality time like this with me? Well, back in the city, you hadn't had this opportunity to. But I wouldn't mind spending I don't mind spending time like this every day with you. I wouldn't mind either. Taking the initiative, I hold Monica's hand as the sky begins to turn dark. Oh, look at all those stars. You can see so many now we're out of the city. Mm-hmm. It's because the lights in the city kind of obstruct the number of stars we can see. And now that those lights are gone, you can see those stars unrestricted. I love it. Beautiful. Uh-huh. Oh, the sky, of course it is. I was talking about that. I avoid eye contact with Monica and keep staring up. She giggles and squeezes my hand tighter. I know that the reasons we are here aren't good, but I have wanted to come here anyway. I wouldn't have wanted to come here with anyone else but you. Well, then, I'm glad to be here with you, Hope. Over these months we've known each other, things have been chaotic. But I agree with you. I wouldn't have spent this time with anyone else but you. Monica's words comfort my stressed heart and mind. For once in a very long time, I can breathe and let myself decompose. And I'm sure this is relaxing for Monica as well, despite the constant fear of her life. I have one question. Shoot. I left myself to with both forearms look at her. What are we going to see out here? Jeff left earlier, didn't he? Yeah, he did, but I already have that covered. Oh? Don't worry now. If anything, I want you to just relax and enjoy your time right now. As long as you're with me, I'll always enjoy my time. And I mean that too. Thank you, Monica. Please don't thank me. You've done so much for me that, frankly, I don't know anyone else. I don't know. I don't think anyone else would have thought you think of. After all, you did take a bullet for me. A lot of people say that they would, but almost none of them would actually bite the bullet per se. I should be thinking. I have this. I just had a dark thought. What if? Wait, give me a drink. No, I'm not gonna say it. I'm not gonna say it because it's kind of dark. Let's just say it. It's not gonna be. I thought it was not gonna be a happy ending. I don't know if there is a happy ending or not because I don't fucking. Then I'm just here vibing, trying to figure shit out. Anyway, Monica leans over and kisses my cheek. My face immediately turns hot and I get immediate embarrassing urge to look away. But I keep looking at the woman in front of me. The woman who calms the raging inferno inside it that is my soul, and plays it with a burning desire to give her whatever I can to make her happy. However, in her eyes, I can see the sleep is creeping up on her. I try to get going so she can rest, and I almost dropped my mic. Alright, I enter reading. Leaning back to my feet, I held Monica up to hers. We're going already? We're getting up already? Yeah, we're both tired and could use some rest. Aw, alright. Um, um, sorry, my throat is dry. Kinda like my jokes. Anyway, after surveying the area, I found for a familiar landmark. I found a small rail that Monica and I followed our destination. I reached a lone cabin alongside the trail. A long trail that sends a shiver up my spine. Grabbing one of the keys, I unlocked the door to the cabin and find that it's still the same way it was left out all that time ago. I'm almost compelled to say I'm home and wait for a response. But as silly as the idea that what it is, I now won't get one. What is this place? Monica walks towards the door and looks around curiously. This was Ashley's cabin. It's still here? Yeah. Julia maintained it for us since we don't get the opportunity to head out of here anymore. Seems like she was doing a great job at it. The cabin is rather small, but I never bought her Ashley or Julia. Ashley was a minimalist. She didn't require much stuff to make her happy. And when she did have something, she did. But when she did have something, she made sure it was quality. Take the cabin, for example. It takes a lot of foreign influences into the layout, but you can see that it was once lived in by someone who cared about it. I've not been here in quite some time. Makes me feel extremely odd. It just isn't the same without her here. Besides the various pictures that are still hung on the wall, I find myself subconsciously looking around and hoping to see the woman who raised me. But my ad, miss, abyss, abs, ab, reflection is interrupted by Monica placing her hands on my shoulders. Hey, doing alright? You're extremely quiet. Yeah, I'm fine. It's just that I haven't been here in such a long time. It takes some adjustment. I understand. Is there anything I can do to help you with that? Don't worry about it. I'll be alright. Monica nods her head and sits down on the pillows on the floor. God, I remember this. Smirking down as I almost hear her voice in my head, I sit down next to Monica. So you lived out here? Yeah. This is where I raised for the most part. You're so lucky. If you could even call it that. But I guess it's something not people have had the privilege to grow up at. To be completely honest with you, I didn't pay attention to that at the time. I was constantly focusing or working on something else that Ash is really working with me on. I see. Mark tries to fight a yawn after seeing. Why am I yawning? It's only 2 p.m. It's only 2:30. But after saying that, but fails horribly to do so. Afterwards, she looks away in embarrassment. Uh, Sorry about that. Am I that boring? No! You don't need to lie. You're horrible. Monica gently pushes me aside while giggling. I'm just tired. Oh, want to get some rest in. I love that. Patting my hands against the ground, I stand up and walk over to the side closet. Opening the door reveals a bunch of packed away stuff, including what I'm looking for. A small chest that contains linens and pillows. Grabbing a sheet, a blanket, and 2 pillows, I walk across the room to an empty mattress. I make the bed while thinking to myself how sleeping arrangement's gonna be. The bed is pretty small, so if Monica decided to sleep in the bed together, that would be closely confined. We'd be close. He didn't bring protection, did he? Don't bully me, it was a funny joke. Go fuck yourself. I don't want to make you feel uncomfortable or anything like that, so it may be best if I offer the bed and sleep elsewhere. Plus, It won't be easy for me to fall asleep tonight. Majority of my night will probably be sitting around thinking. Making the bed, I turn the mic and gesture towards it. You're free to have the bed. All myself? Are you sure? Yeah. The bed looks too small for both of us anyway. Well, aren't you a gentleman letting a girl have the bed? I'm being fucking bullied. She gets back to her feet and walks across the room to the bed. Sitting down she runs ran across the blanket. I think both of us could fit. I knew she was going to do this. I guess you can say that I played the situation out to a result like this. I gently didn't want to make Monica feel uncomfortable by assuming we could sleep in the same bed. Together. So closely. If that's what you want, like how I'm going to deny that. Sharing a bed with a pretty girl? I'm all for it. Only if that pretty girl is me. Monica immediately sent me into a flustering haze. Oh, who else would it be? You seem like to be one of the only people who can talk to me normally. Monica doesn't respond and just smiles at me. She winks while she puts her hand on my shoulder. I guess I'm lucky then. You're talking to a Sigma male. You can't say that unironically without laughing. I'm cold. Alright. She lifts the blanket from the bed and climbs underneath. Trying the urge to walk away, Maka stares up at me and invites me to bed with her eyes. Finally giving to my exhaustion and irritation, I get in bed. I lay my head on the pillow and face Monica. Her mobile eyes look back at me. These people are gonna fuck, aren't they? These people are gonna fuck, aren't they? Her smile, paired with the warmth of her body and the blankets, make me instantly calmed. I reach over to her and rest both of our shoulders together. Her lips so inches away from mine. We share a kiss. The electrifying feeling that comes from my heart courses through my veins. This feeling, I'm not used to it at all, but I love it. Because of Monica, my feelings for her burn intensely from our kiss. The resolve I have to protect this woman is further reinforced. Like I have a brand new fire inside to see Monica through this. Never pulling our heads away, we look in each other's eyes and continue kissing. They ended up fucking later that night. I'm kidding. Monica lies quietly dreaming beside me while I stare at the ceiling. The only sound I can hear is the crickets chirp outside. Right now, my mind is calm and quiet. It's been quite a while since I was able to de-stress like this. Well overdue too. But I suggest I should go ahead and do that walk I planned. When get back to the sleeping beauty beside me, I slip out of bed and get dressed. Being as quiet as possible so I don't disturb her. Conveniently sneaking out of the cabin, I close the door behind me and drop down on the ground. Both my hands in my pockets, I turn to my left and start trailing down a small dirt path. The path leads me down a decline towards the field Monica and I had been earlier. But that wasn't my destination. Neither was the lake. I want to take a walk and practice my word in the Miyuki, being she's more likely to help me than Julia. Even if Miyuki can't help me, I'll find a way around this. Need to have a plan for this. And I don't doubt that I will have one soon. Ever since I was broken and rebuilt at Oceanside, one of my main priorities for any task or assignment is a plan and backup plan. Although it isn't easy to first dive, it's not easy to shut up. Either when you're a severe disadvantage such as this, but I work best around under pressure anyway. After solid 10 minutes of pacing back and forth, I finally get my general approach for Miyuki. Pulling out my commissioned phone, I look at Julia's office number and dial it for extension cord that falls towards Miyuki's cell. Hello? Miyuki, it's up. 494219. What are you calling? I need to ask for your help. Uh, I know, strangely, I'm calling you, not Julia. Well, yes, it's odd, but I'm listening. Julia and I had a falling out, and I really needed help with something that's going on. Ah, so that's why she left. What? Julia came to the office, filled out the leave form, and took a personal vacation from duty. Oh, damn it. I'm more than happy to help you. What do you need? I need you to look up some records for me. I'm not at the office for now. I left a few hours ago, but I can check it out for you in the morning if that's okay. That's perfectly fine. I need you to look in any records under my service tag under assignment code 061 06901. Anything specific you want in regards to that? The records will be an assignment I was contracted with a while back. I was tasked with security for someone who was under company protection. You knew what happened during the assignment, and I have reason to believe the people involved in that are making resurgence after me. Wait, what do you mean after you? I can explain easier in person after you locate the records. I just need to know everything that can help me locate the identity of attackers. That'd be a gross misuse of agency resources. Are you just absolutely sure I need this? Yes, Miyuki, it's critical. Julia would provide me with them if she was there. Miyuki remains silent. And now she's deliberating about it. I mean, to be asked about something she has almost no information about. I would have asked questions too. She could have just because talked to me and said, I can do that for you. Do you may call you when I have something? Yes, please. Alright, I'll talk to you when I have details. Have a good night, 4219. You too, Miyuki. The line goes dead. Well, now that's done, the weight has been lifted from my shoulders. And my throat still continues to dry up. Now I just have to focus on being prepared for the worst. I hope for the best. Shit. Because, in all honesty, I'm fairly certain that the worst is the most realistic outcome at this point. At least Monica is here and safe with me. If needed, Jeff will be willing to watch over her too. So she's going to be looked after quite carefully until this is over. Puts my mind at ease to go to some degree. Putting the phone back in my pocket, I turn around and start to walk back to the cabin. When I approach the door, I quietly open it and walk inside. I close, Monica sits up from bed and sleepily rubs her eyes. Hope? Yeah, sorry, I didn't mean to wake you up. No, you're okay. Where are you up to? I want to walk. I see. Did you like it? It helped, yeah. It's good. Are you going to bed? You're going to come to bed now? Of course. Monica reaches down to me and offers it to me. I walk over, accept it, and lie back down. Monica falling asleep with Monica right next to me gives me my soul a calming reassurance to sleep. The last thing I remembered before losing consciousness were her eyes. I don't know what time it is. I am scared. I'm scared. I'm scared. My throat is dry. I almost thought I was outside for a second. I was going to. What the? Anyway, pulling back from this. Pulling back the slide of my M9A1, I assure there's no failure load malfunction. Slowly and quietly letting it to return to place. I take count of how many magazines I have on me. Next, I check my radio to ensure it's operational. Pressing a small black button aside, a beep test rings in my earpiece. Check. Finally, I reach a small black Kevlar satchel attached to my hip. Unzipping the metallic zipper and grabbing several instruments and parts, I take inventory of my weapon modifications. Everything here is Everything is here and prepared. Now, I just have to wait for the kill. Keeping my fingers off the trigger, I line up on the outside of the brick wall. For enemies over the area I have been briefed on. Oh my god, there's something stuck in my throat. Starbucks ain't working, I'm taking the water instead. Fuck that shit. Anyway, and my targets are roaming through here. Lightning strikes off distance in unison with my watch beeping. Turn a corner while I crouch under along the bush line, making sure to stay as close to the bush and ground as possible. Jumping between tree and tree, I notice the tracks on the ground of my targets. Kneeling on the softened, almost muddy ground, I examine the tracks. 4 individuals, most likely meant to the foot, with all wearing identical treaded boots. They're all moving north along the path. Keeping the sound of the storm as my main cover, I keep pace and path along the brush. As I follow the tracks, I begin to barely hear audible speaking through the storm. I came out seeing. Tell it's multiple people conversing. Creeping slower and slower, I keep my hand wrapped around my handgun, fingers still off the trigger. Lightning strikes again and allows me to see a group of people I was tailing. They all wear what look like to be naval blue digital disruptive pattern combat uniforms. All match the idea I was given. Alright, here they are, I hope. I just need to distract them somehow. Look around, I notice a pretty large rock I consider somehow throw. Holstering my weapon, I grab the rock and throw it above their heads. It smacks another rock next to them, causing them to look towards it and draw their weapons. Wait, not draw their attention, not their attention diverted away. I grab my handgun and dart it to the left. Brush sideline, allowing me to move around their backs. Putting one round into each of their backs, I dive behind a rock for cover. What the hell? 2 men fall on the ground, one drops to his knees and the other turns around almost doubling down. I don't think they saw me. Good. Peeking barely above the top of the rock, a muzzle flash shines my vision. A small part of the rock shatters my face. Shit. Piece. That's the first time I've been caused a piece of shit in like a week. Damn. Taking a few deep breaths, I roll myself in a rock and keep firing. He drops out of the ground. The others who fall on their knees look at me before I pull one final bullet in his skull. Ensuring the final two are gone, I checked their necks for dog tags, and sure enough, that they were, as I was warned, they do, except one. What? Strange. Rolling the corpse over, I took the face and immediately feel a shock shoot through my body. Monica, this man is having a nightmare. Monica lies on the ground before me, bleeding from the bullet in her back. Her eyes glossed over and lifeless. I hold her corpse. What the hell? Monica, I told myself, I'm not gonna lie. I thought I was gonna go somewhere, and I don't want to say where, because it was really, really messed up. Anyway, throwing myself up in the bed at lightning speed, I can't seem to control my breathing. My heart rate skyrockets, almost deafens me from anything else. My blurred vision causes my anxiety to only rise as I struggle to look around me. Still panicking, I look around the room and I realize I'm in Ash's cabin. The relief I feel somehow slows my heart rate and calms my breathing. But then I remember Monica. The bed is empty. Where is she? Where is she? Getting out of bed, I look around the room frantically. Quickly walk around the front room, I open the front door and open and scan around me. Right before I open the door on the wooden porch that is lifted off the ground, Monica sits down and stares at the sky. Oh, I hope you're awake. Yeah, I'm awake. She's right there. Thank God. My heart aches from a sudden surge of panic as I put myself through. Now it's over, I can let myself calm down. So while I look at Monica, I perform my breathing exercises. I just sleep. I slept fine. Both lying to both myself and Monica, I encouraged myself internally to ignore the nightmare. What about you? How did you sleep? I slept very well. I wonder why. Monica with a playful giggle. So, you're just out here watching the clouds? Yeah, I woke up a little early this morning. After doing a few things, I came out here and decided to look up at the sky. That sounds relaxing. It really is. So what's the plan for today? I was waiting for the call for someone. As soon as I get it, I'm gonna get some things from them. Am I gonna be staying here? I wanted to ask you about that. I wanted to be safe no matter what, and that would depend on whether I had to go get Jeff for the day or stay here alone. Aren't we super far away from town? Correct. Yeah, when I'm with Jeff right now, I don't be going back to town. I think that would cause more concern if I stayed than if I stayed here. Plus, I wouldn't mind being having a little time, nice place such as this. All right then, that's what we'll do. But let me get into some new clothes, and then I want us to continue with loft today. Getting great start was just the basics of self defense. Today, I want to help reinforce that by introducing some more defense techniques. Oh, I can't help but feel excited. Why is it up? Let me pull that up right there. Pull that up right there. Sus. Okay, back to the game. Returning to the field with Monica a few hours later, I continued to reteach her more and more about how to defend herself. If, because if anything were to happen to her and I'm not around, she would be expected to fight back. Monica's a tough girl, and I know anything harm her easily. Just to solidify her resolve of my own, I'll sleep much better knowing this. Okay, yeah, I was confused. There's no sound at all. I was thinking, did I go deaf for a second? Like, what the hell? But in the middle of my instruction, my commission phone starts vibrating in my pocket. Hold on a moment. I raise my hand, signaling for Monica to routine break. No matter, I reach my pocket and grab the phone. Oh shit. Hello? 4219, it's me. Nick, you got anything? I have some information, but you would have to come and look for yourself if it's useful. Roger, I'll be down there in a few hours. I'm gonna call and send Jeff a text message. Is that your cue to leave? It will be soon. Jeff's already on his way over, so I'll let him know that I just let him know that I'm ready to go as soon as he gets here. So we have a little more time, right? Yeah. Then we have to take a break and read something. I'd love to. We'll step in the field office and do some air conditioning in the main lobby. I avoid eye contact with several leaving and arriving business personnel. The main lobby is much larger than expected. The very pristine, polished marble flooring almost invites your presence alone. To the left is a large glass entrance. The bun. To the large glass entrance, a bunch of costly furniture sits around the coffee table. To the right are some doors that lead to more logical areas of the office. The storage, maintenance, and other essential staffing areas are locked behind her. But directly in the middle of the lobby, cornering off the rest of the building, is the reception desk. Walking past the left side of the desk and further into the building, I reach a more open room with elevators, stairways, and paths decorated with red carpetings. Walking up to one of the stairwells, I go through several access control checkpoints and reach Julia's office in no time. Open the door reveals Miki. Sitting off to the side of Julia's desk, tampering away a laptop. She looks for a split second and makes eye contact with me, but returns attention to the laptop. Good afternoon, Miki. Good afternoon, 4219. What do you have for me? Miki speaks without moving her attention from her laptop screen, constantly typing away. I found a bunch of information that you might find useful, but I'll leave that up to you for determination. Now, there's a lot in there that you aren't technically supposed to see. Some of this information you see here is discussed with anyone but Julia, you, and I. Am I clear? Mm-hmm. I reach for the folder and place it at the edge of Julia's desk, grabbing the lining, lifting it. Despises my expectations how light I expected the folder to be. It looks light, but fucking heavy as shit. You know, I just dropped my phone. Sitting down one leather couches positioned in front of her desk. I opened the folder and started flipping through the information. I reached that page, the piece of paper that brings me back to everything. I feel my body instantly run cold with sweats. I probably turn it on its back and move on, avoiding the feelings that it invokes. Uh. Researching the incident report filed shortly after the attack by Ashley. I scrubbed the page for anything useful. Phone report, I started to look at the I fucking thought she died in that fucking last stream. Fuck, she actually autopsied his body. Shit. Nothing beneficial here. My main goal is to find any association these people had with each other. That way I can correlate them and find more generalized group of people that I can investigate. Organized, but we weren't able to find out by who. If I can at least piece together through the experience I've had, and it seems most logical to me, I can determine whether I can find these people. Then I can initiate a raid on them. Well, I explained to Jeff, it's a long shot, but it's the only real one I have. With such skill as this, there isn't much just one man can do. They aren't limited to the locale, they operate internationally. The scar tissue on my side proves that. They had their eyes on Izuki, that we know. We couldn't determine why. In that situation, the vaguer it gets, the worse it is. They could have targeted Izuki because of their popularity, like they could have forced influence on that alone. But what influence would they have wanted from a teenage girl? The thing I could think of was ransom because how wealthy her and her father were. And there was an organized crime group that apparently wants to kidnap her and use her for a ransom. Possibility due to father's wealth, there might be a price on her head. And then, there has to be something more clear here. It would make sense that there was an attack against the Prime Minister's aide. He would have seen as traditional assassination / kidnapping target. You get much more money and power from targeting someone like him, but not Zuki. Right on my forehead, I could hear reading through the documents. Closing the folder, I am left with little to no useful information at this point. Just that anyone from this organization that we had taken into custody either refused to speak or found ways to kill themselves. As for the leaders, they disappeared or were killed during the attacks. After what happened and I came back, Ashley didn't want to pursue that problem any further. So I never got a chance to know who was the cause of all this. And so help me God, if I find out who they are, they will suffer. Izuki walks back to the room and with an ice cold bottle of soda. She hands me a bottle and sits down across from me. Thanks. Don't mention it. So, what did he find out? Very little. There was a lot of reflection on what happened from just a paper's perspective. Well, why don't you trace everything from your perspective? Surely you would have some assumptions or hunches when you activate on the contract. I looked at information from my viewpoint. I questioned Ashley why isn't contracted to Izuki, and it was her father that purchased protection for her. Now, we don't just protect anyone, even the money is offered. So there's more than that. The only reason I could think of is that Izuki was the target of those people. If for some reason the agency and her father had found it necessary to reach out and assign me, there has to be something else we aren't seeing, something that we aren't getting. Tell you what, I'll try to do some more investigative work regarding the recipient. Huh? You know, looking at the reason why we were even assigned the contract in the first place, let alone assign a 4-digit to it. Ashley said it was for efficiency. Does that make any sense for you? Yes and no. I can understand why sending out one 4-digit instead of a team of 5 digits is efficient, but not for this type of ordeal. Exactly. Maybe there's something Ashley never told you about the assignment that we just haven't found out yet. Not likely. She was very open with me about it. Well, it's getting late. Go to where you're staying and get some rest. I'll let you know I come up with anything. You ride home? It's not too late to bother Jeff, but it's a long ride, so I'm afraid so. I'll arrange a ride for you. Walking up down the dirt trail towards Ashley's cabin, I keep my wits about me, so I can sense if anything has happened. The lights are on, and the sunset doesn't reveal anything suspicious. Keep quiet as I reach the door. I open it and peer in. Monica? The empty room instantly starts to send me an alarm. Oh no. Oh no. I am. Do not give me a heart attack, mod. Do not give me a heart attack at this point. This is why I drink. Mm. Anyway. Walk completely in the cabin, knock on the bathroom door, and the closet door is nothing. Damn it. Rushing on the front door, quickly place around the side of the cabin for footprints. And to paying extra attention to dirt and grass around the cabin, they remain undisturbed. I know I shouldn't have left Monica here alone. Ah, what's that? I turn my body around circles, trying to pinpoint a sound. And again, a shock realization hits me. That's Monica. In the direction of the sound, I sprint towards her. And retrieve I sprint now towards it. Hope? Monica, you're right. Yeah, why do you ask? You were in the cabin when I came back right now. I heard you off the distance and feared the worst. You weren't too much, Hope. Yo. Yo, she's back. She's back. Your voice behind me sends an ice cold sweat down my back. Slowly turning around, I see Nurse Julie in her usual exercise attire glare back at me. What the hell are you doing here? Julie's just teasing me how more about defend myself. She has now? Yes. Now, would you mind? We're having a little girl time. Go get lost for a while. So Julia says that and waves me off. Complying, I wave Monica as I walk back to the cabin. It is indeed quite a shock that Julia shows up out of nowhere. But I can't say I don't like it. I'm extremely relieved that she's here. And then get the chance to apologize. You even ask her for help. However, I don't keep my hopes high. She acts callously, by her standards. And I wouldn't blame her. I told her she was nothing to me. So, let me actually raise the music volume a bit, so there you go. So I only for a second doubt that she's still hurt. But I'm grateful she's helping Monica teach Monica stuff to defend herself. I had a fight for both Ashley and her. Huh. For now, I guess I'll just stick back and think until both the girls return. Stepping onto one porch and through the door, I started walking towards the bed. The door suddenly catch my eye. A small book lies in the counter and lays in the kitchen. What is this? Opening it up and expecting the first page, a special notebook that had writing on the majority of pages. They're all elegant handwriting I've seen since Ashley was alive. Each of the pages showed different poems and words that Ashley had kept to herself. For the last few pages, I felt my stomach drop. Oh, shit. Let me read this. Let's travel down this winding path with our fingers interlaced. Strange noises echo through the trees. The wind gently strokes your face. Wild and shouted things surround us, but these we do not fear, for we are traveling down this path, and staying ever near. My son, one day the path may split. By your side I may not stay. But when this time comes, do not be afraid. Hold fast and think your way. I have seen you brave the darkness and the terrors of the night. And through the darkness of the dark, you have always been my light. And someday, my son, when I am gone, the journey you'll continue. Another soul may wander too, and speak something within you. Reach out, my son, with your hands and reach out, and travel by their side. There three are stronger than just one. Where I will be your guide. I make you a promise, son, and your mind hold it even fast. I wasn't there for your first breath, but I'll be with you to my life. God. Oh Oh God. Mm, mm. I'm so sorry. That's God damn it. I'm speechless. This came from Ashley. No, it couldn't have. She was never this way with me. She never spoke or acted like this, unless she purposely hid it from everyone. Licking the tip of my thumb, turning the page, I find one last poem. But it's not Ashley's handwriting, it's someone else's. God fucking damn it. Give me. Mm. This hand I hold is my strength, my rock when I am weak. It guides me through darkness and saves me from the shadow of death. This hand I hold is not my own. It is not one, but two. It's a partnership between mine and his, but it's also a part of you. You took you took this hand before I did. You led it down a path. You gave this hand its strength and courage, and gently passed it to me. This hand I will hold forever. I will quell its fear and tend its wounds. And in this task I am not alone. I'm under slow. God fucking. Why am I emotional? Reading Monica's writing, I picture how Monica would respond to it. How Ashley would. There's an unspoken bond between Monica and the woman who raised me. Without even telling me, Monica accepted a responsibility that Ashley had hoped one day someone would take. Something within myself had changed. I I don't know what, but I feel different now. Not knowing what else to do, I shake my head to remove the thoughts. I close the book and place it exactly how it was before, just as Julia and Monica returned to the field. Hey, hey, did you get a good workout? I commented that as I watched Monica sweat off her brow. Yeah, it's tiring, but I enjoyed it. That's good. Both Julia and I made eye contact, but speak to each other. Thank God for Monica for saving me from this awkward moment. I'm gonna go take a shower and get some fresh clothes on. Is that okay, Julia? Of course. I'll probably do the same when you're done. Jo- smile, Monica smiles, gives me a hug, and then departs to the bathroom. With the bag she filled with clothes and her necessities. When the door closes, I finally speak to Julia. Listen, don't. Before I even consider speaking to you right now, follow me. Julia turns around and walks back down the door. I mean, so I don't follow after her. Julia takes me slightly down the hill. She turns her back to me, speaking cold and most words. I don't know what you're gonna say right now. Part of me is happy to see you. Part of me wants to cry. Part of me wants me to so badly throw you up in the air and down the trail. Then I see that girl in there, and those emotions become even more complex. Julia finally turns around, faces me, her eyes red and flying back tears. What you said really shouldn't have hit me that hard, but it did. And I didn't know how to react. I felt crushed. I felt betrayed, and I felt abandoned. And you're the only person I really enjoy being around. I used to think of you as someone close to me, not like a son, not like a nephew or a brother either. You're entirely different class, dedicated only to you. But after what you said, I, I don't even know where I want to stand with you anymore, and it hurts me. Tears finally begin to fall from Joy's eyes. He dropped a bullet that rips my heart. I deserve to feel this way. I said what I said, and just as she said, it hurt her. But I have to make her see that I mean what I said. Julia, you and I both know what type of person I am. I've always had my problems, and I've always my struggles and problems inside. And what I said to you, that was not me. I look at the ground and look back at her eyes, which constantly poured out to wash over me. I've been having a hard time keeping everything inside. When in doubt, I did not consider circumstances. All I did was make things worse. I hurt you. Something I never intended to do. So much I affected you be, brings a true regret inside me, and not our experience would deal with that. Julia, I'm sorry for what I said. You are nothing. You mean just as much to me as Ashley did. I'd do anything for you, and I know how much I'll be able to get you to forgive me. Know what I expect you to. She doesn't respond. Staring in my eyes, she takes a few steps towards but stops, hesitant. The tension separating us is like a brick wall. I wouldn't want to hurt you. Julia raised her hand to stop me from continuing. I, I don't know what to say to you. A tear falls from Julia's eye. I forgive you, I guess. Julia wipes her tear from her cheek and takes another step forward, wrapping her arms around me. In response, I do the same. When she lets go, she places her hand on my shoulders. Thank you for apologizing. We never speak of this, understood? Why would I tell anyone? I'm right there in the boat with you. After Julia and I regain our composure, both physically and emotionally, we look out at sunset. So I heard you've been doing some investigative work on your own. In regard to Suki, yes. Yuki left me a page to let me know they dropped by earlier. Did you learn what you needed? I left with more questions than answers. Well, since your girlfriend's in the shower, let's talk business then. Good, it's about time. Placing one of my hands on my hip and running the other towards my hair, I turn and face Julia. I am almost positive people are going after Monica to see people who went after Izuki. What makes you positive? Me. What? Before now, Monica had no issues living in the city. Almost as soon as I came to the picture and started being around her more and more, Julia eyes me. All of a sudden, random shooting happens that is directed at Monica, and people follow her into her home and attack her. You can honestly not tell me she doesn't look like Izuki. Since I was always constantly around Izuki all the time, I'm sure the people who were putting strings up top probably got familiar with us as a duo. And now that I resurfaced into the world, much later, mind you, with a girl who looked like Izuki, what do you think they would do? It's interesting you see it that way. Well, how do you see it? I wish I could tell you. What? Julia, there's something you know. That's something I need to find out. Out of curiosity myself, I did look some of the files from that assignment. Some stuff didn't make sense, and I'm not the only one to question documents that were filed before my time. What didn't make sense to you? Well, seriously, we both say the same thing. Does that make sense to protect Izuki? Wait, did you say something? No. Do you think that as well? The first I only questioned as much as actually I would allow. But then I was shipped out and started being around Suki and my questions faded. Men are stupid when it comes to love. Hey, some of us can be pretty smart when it comes to. You've been smart through all this. I had to argue a few points there. She goes, there's something I need to tell you. What is it? The agency wasn't intended to protect Izuki. What? What do you mean by that? Records indicate that the agency was more focused on her father. Father? But why would they be focused on her? He's the reason Izuki got protected. Oh my god. There's more to it than just some criminals who wanted to kidnap her. I knew there's something off about this. Now you got it. You know I'm not division chief at the time. I only got on the field. I still questioned it. I need to find out more about her, and I thought, I want you to worry about Monica. Stop worrying about Zuki, your father, or the pastor now. But now I gotta go take my shower. I want to test you. Julia starts walking the field. She turns around and raises her fist. You know the drill. Aye, ma'am. I raise mine in response. With that, Julia and I spar our normal training sessions. Walking back to the cabin, I too wipe my sweat on my forehead. Julia enters immediately, goes in a package, and goes to a package of water bottles sat next to the room. Without saying a word, she grabs one and tosses it to me. In about 15 seconds, both the bottles Julia and I obtained were empty. chug, 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 chug. Okay, so I want to talk about this for like a second. So I went to the local convenience store. There's this new Coke flavor that I bought called Starlight, and I don't know what to describe the taste. I had some earlier. It tastes slightly fruity, but also at the same time not fruity. I don't know how to fucking think about it. Would I recommend it? No, because they're not paying me. Anyway, Coca-Cola. Tastes like flat cola. Huh. I've never had full. I've never had. I've never I always just drink my sodas like when it's bubbly. I don't go for it when it's flat. I'd like chug that fucker. So I do not really know how black cola tastes like. Anyway. Anyway, Monica emerges from the bathroom with a fresh pair of clothes, including a new tank top and the frilly design on the collar. Sadly, we cannot see the collar. Think about. Not see. That's good. That's a good one. God fucking damn. Oh, that actually got me off guard. That center body wash, this is from the bathroom, makes the cabin smell very pleasant. Sorry it took so long. I peeked out a little after I came here and you two were gone, so, well, sweetheart, don't forget about that. I'd take this kid out back to some respect. Well, well, if that is what you're doing, then I guess I was one teaching you. She's. Julia smacks me on the back. Is that a new shirt? Uh huh. Oh yeah, I got this a while back, but never got a chance to wear it. You like it? I do. It looks great on you. Monica beans and places her hand on mine. I'll be the last person to take a shower. In my free hand, I point my thumb to the bathroom, indicating for Julia to get in there. Julia grabs a clean clothes and takes the bathroom, leaving Monica and I alone in the room together. So I was spending time with Julia. It was fun. She taught me a lot, and I feel more confident about myself. I nodded in support of agreement. So, did you learn anything new while you're gone? Actually, now I'm a lot more closer with some information. Well, actually, now I think I'm a lot more closer to information to reveal everything. Information like what? For your safety, I don't think you need to know that. I can on my own anyway. Listen, I think we need to talk about that. Alright? She guides me to bed and sits us both down. I know you want to do this all on your own, but I want to help you. I can't just stand idly and let my boyfriend fight not only his battles, but mine on top of that. I'm sorry, but I'm just not the girl who wants someone to fight for her battles for her. I think this is something that we have to fight through together. You're not a lone wolf alone anymore. You have someone by your side to help. Poggers. How did you? Joey told me. Alright, I get your point. I just don't want to put you in a position that result in getting hurt. By the way, I like this. I want to get one of these days. With you around, I don't think that'll happen. Fair enough. Monica wraps her arms around me and gently rests her head on my shoulder. I wrap my arms around her and hug her. When we let go of each other, I look in her eyes. I understand, Monica. Let me explain my main concerns regarding this. I tell Monica about me questioning Zuki's father, what correlation he had regarding us. She sits in silence, absorbing the information. And that certainly is a lot. You never heard any of this, okay? Alright. So Julie's going to follow up on that. She told me earlier. I guess we'll have to wait for any information, any updates then. We both will. But there's something else planned. What is it? The guys who invaded your house and attacked you, they were arrested. Shorts report. Reports show they refused to talk and are just getting jail time. I see. So we can't do anything about that then, huh? Oh, I'm gonna do something about that. We gonna beat the fuck out of some people. Monica looks at me, questioning my words. Before I get Jane to speak, the bathroom opens and Julia walks out. She walks to the bathroom in very short shorts, a black t-shirt, and ties her hair in a ponytail. Are you seriously wearing that right now? Julia stops and stares blankly at me. What? Were shorts too much? I think those are adorable. Julia winks at Monica's compliment. You're wearing my shirts. So? What do you mean so? I had Neil do a load of laundry and I don't have any clean shirts left right now. Plus, your clothes aren't so comfortable. How you managed to fit into it is beyond me. Hey, you're saying I'm fat? No, you brunette bimbo. Those shirts are already tight fitting on me. So you go and squeeze your knockers into them. Booba. Julia's face blushes and she looks away, slightly covering her chest. I don't know if it was a backward compliment or you're just making a genuine point. A little bit of both. Monica starts to laugh so hard I'm sure she takes a breath. I need to make sure she takes a breath before passing out. Well, too bad I have nothing else for her. You're fine, Jules. Just ruin the ship because it's a nice one. If I ruin it somehow, I'll buy you a new one. Deal. Sorry for laughing. Julie, you're looking really nice in that. Thank you. Now, if no one has any opposition, I'm going to take my shower now. You girls have fun. Don't do anything stupid. After an invigorating shower, I get dressed and clean some clothes. Drying my hair off with a towel, I look at myself in the mirror. God, I look so tired. Wait, I'm sorry. I'm not reading the mod. That was just me telling my own sleeping schedule. I'm fucking tired of right now. Which is weird because I don't feel it. Alright. Yep. I will. I saw the pun. I'm not going to do an audible laugh because it did make me. It is making me smile. God damn it. Anyway. Got it. Which way? Because I don't feel tired at all. The idea of lying down in bed with Monica calls to me. Maybe I should get some sleep. Julia's here with us, and if someone were to try something, we'd be more prepared. Just need to get that burp out. As I reach for the bathroom doorknob, I freeze when I hear my name mentioned in the other room. I worry about him. You're not the only one. I can tell he's extremely stressed about this. Now I'm it brings back some painful memories from him. Yeah, that's right. He told me he protected this girl, Ezekiel his name, right? She and I look similar, and when all this stuff started, he thinks it's because of coincidence. But never told me what happened to this girl, and to be honest, it makes me kind of worry. Worry how so? Well, it seems he seemed pretty close to her. And I can only imagine what happened to her winding up with us today. And the things that come to mind are not good. I can tell you one thing. What is it? Hope didn't want to leave. He hadn't finished business with that whole ordeal. Unfinished business? Yeah, that's right. That's reignited the fire that was with him all the time. There's one thing about Hope that I come to know. That it's said he is very vengeful. But he's only vengeful under specific parameters. There's a pausing conversation as Monica's only response to Julio's facial expression. Vengeful as in protective. If he cares about someone and that person is hurt, Hope takes it on himself to deliver justice. It's something that Ashley and I noticed about him when he was younger. We've been taking measures to prevent that. I see. Judging from how he grew up, I don't think I can blame him for that. I can't either. When he finds people he cares for, he holds on tight. Because that list is pretty exclusive. I'm glad to be on that list. I'm glad you're around, to be honest. I need someone to watch out for him when I'm not around. It's strange to hear that he would need something like that, right? That some cold bastard in there says he doesn't need it. It was just him being stubborn, which in hindsight, Ashley may have, and I may have taught him that. Unfortunately. Well, no matter what, Julia, I'm gonna be here for him. I should tune out of this conversation now. Silently thinking about what I overheard leaves me quiet and somewhat closed. Part of me dislikes what I heard. I'm becoming too weak. My emotions are taking over and I'm losing focus. This has to change. My job is to protect. I can't allow myself to lose everything and how I feel. Taking a deep breath, I open the bathroom door. Darkness and light creeps further and further across the land. Monica sleeps soundly next to me, Julia across from us in a hammock. I was wondering how the hammock felt. Is it comfortable? Julia doesn't seem to mind. Either way, she snores away her worries and her consciousness. I, however, lay completely silent and still, staring up the ceiling. The amount of times I can't fathom anymore. Uh, I know I should sleep, but I can't find comfort. Let myself through, relax enough to slip into rest. It's too late for me to get up and do anything. Plus, it doesn't help that Monica has her arm around me, so movies not an option. For a few minutes, I decided the best thing for me to do is just sleep. Another bad dream. Another bad dream. Hello, Ziki? Oh shit, we're going back to that part. No. Oh shit, oh fuck, oh shit, oh fuck. My headline's concealing the wall. The rest of my body's pinned over the seat. The chair in front of me connects into an angle where I can see past it. I know my eyes are open, all I can see is black. Grunting as I move my legs to the back window of the vehicle, I fall and slide against the ceiling, which now on the floor. The heart is hit with tumble down the road. As the world slowly begin to phase my vision, I look around at the dark car for Azuki and her father. Father is still strapped to his seatbelt, hanging on from it. His hands barely touching the ground. Sir? Sir? I shake his shoulder to see he's conscious. Hope? Don't worry, sir. Give me a minute. I'll get you down. No, no, no. He reaches out to me and grabs my wrist. They took her. Please just forget me. Forget about me. Please get my daughter back. Took her where? Suzuki's father looks out the window and weakly points. Hang there. I'll get her back, okay? Please, please save Suzuki, please. I can see everything. Okay. God fucking damn it. I can see everything from here. I look out his window and see a group of people dressed in completely black dragging Suzuki across the asphalt floor. She kicks and crashes in desperation. Ah, my sight stings and draws my attention away. Looking down, I find a monster-sized piece of glass wedged in my left hip. I don't have time for this. Wrapping my hand around the glass, I slowly and carefully remove the object from my body. God damn it. With my obstruction gone, I continue to crawl out through his window and to the street. This is one of the times where I actually lowered to that, because I actually cannot, concentrate and listen to the music. And placing both my hands firmly against the rough ground, I push myself to my feet. Immediately grabbing the handgun from my jacket, I switch to the safety off of Imazuki's aggressors. Four people are surrounding Izuki. They're all dressed completely black, wearing face covers to mask their identities. You people are gonna pay for this. Focusing my vision in front and back post my handgun, I line my shot at the person dragging Izuki. All three rounds strike my enemy in the upper chest and near coronary artery. He recoils back, clutching his chest. Darting back to the car, I sweep around the opposite side, readying my weapon. Next, I target the person in front left of Izuki, who raises their own weapon and is looking around for me. The other two grab Izuki's legs and drag her force away. I do faster, damn it. Barely speaking, around the overturned hood of the car, I fired 3 more shots at my target, 2 aimed at the upper chest and 1 last in the head. This person yells in pain, jumps forward to the ground. The slam of their body against the ground sounds as you dribble the basketball on the wet wood floor. Rounds strike the car next to me in response to take cover and perform my breathing exercises. Help me! Get off me! Mizuki's desperate pleas for help make me jump inside, almost ready to climb over the destroyed vehicle and charge at full speed. That's completely stupid. I had to think about this rationally. Hope. So just for a few more seconds, please. Closing my eyes. I continue to breathe and think about how to approach this. I'm no more road. I can start from cover to cover. And I can't keep using the centers to be as cover here. Mizuki's water and the driver's still in there. I can risk his life as well. Think, hope, think. More rounds hit the side of the SUV. The driver door swings open slowly. He can use the door. The driver looks at me, bleeding profusely from his neck. Don't move. Keep pressure on the wound. I'll get us out of here. I don't know if I'm going to make it. I feel so dizzy. Damn it. Just hang on. Use the door. Examine the door from the outside. It only looks a little scrapped. The inside shows it's barely connected to the hinge of the point. I get into your handle of the door and firmly kick the inside. Just like that, the door cracks off the car. My throat's drying up. I need a second. I need another drink. The water's not working. Oh, Notki Cola. Getting used to the weight of it, I prop against the car and kneel towards the driver. Here, this will help pain. I reach a small concealed cold pocket and grab his stern. This morphine should help calm him down a bit and make his final moments more comfortable. I should have given him some ketamine instead. Anyway, taking off the cap of this hydraulic needle, I press and point at the arm and inject the morphine. His breathing quickly slows and has cocked to the side. Thanks. Patting him on the wrist, I grab the door and stand back up. Someone help me, please. Waited long enough, Zuki. I'm on my way. Leaving the door aligned in my left forearm, I use it as a shield when I reel myself in the car, charging as fast as I can towards my opponent's kid door. The car door placed in front of me to block gunfire. Peeking from what used to be a window, both my enemies struggle to decide what to do. The one to my left decides to flank far. The one on my left decides to continue to drag Izuki. And they're gonna have me in an open angle. I stop in my charge and really get back and get some more distance from my flanking enemy. This closes the angle they have and allows me to remain in an advantage. Sidestepping alongside the sidewall, I raise my weapon to the window and fire some blank shots in the direction of my flanking enemy. As predicted, they stopped and reverted their path. Izuki manages to quickly aggress their offer and tries to call back away. This gives me an opportunity to move in again. Sprinting and stretching my legs as far as they can go, I go this distance between me and Izuki in a matter of seconds. Slamming the door into the agent, they fly back onto the ground. I quickly take aim and fire around in their head. As Izuki looks at me, I shield both of us from final and remaining aggressor. He stares at me from his face cover and drops the firearm to the ground. Then he pulls out a knife and waves over me. He wants me to fight him up close. Resting shield on the ground, I place my magazine. I check my magazine for any remaining rounds. I have 3 rounds remaining. I shouldn't kill this enemy, wasting the final rounds. Or I could save them in case I absolutely need them. It would take too long for me to reload mid-combat. Even right now, reloading would give him enough opportunity to pick his weapon back up and return fire. And Zuki's so close to me, I can't risk her being hit in the crossfire. I get my handgun to Zuki and pull out a tactical knife of my own from my jacket. Zuki, I need you to stay behind this door in case anyone else shows up with a gun. They will at least see me first and give you a head chance to remain hidden. What are you? Don't worry about me, just use this if you have to. I place the gun from Zuki's hands and grip her hands around it. I walk towards my enemy and prepare my stance. Why are you doing this? Then this one just stares back at me. Not much of a talk, eh? I'll let you on a little something. You're in over your head. You made a huge mistake that I promise you'll never live down. If you live, that is. I'm sorry, I don't speak weeaboo. What the fuck are you saying? Oh, as am I. He swings the knife towards my neck. I bend backward and dodge it, throwing my left foot into his ribcage. He grabs onto my leg and tries to lift. I suddenly pull all my weight onto my leg and jump. Pull myself close enough to him to knee him in the stomach. He grunts lets go to continues to make a flurry of knife swings. Nearly dodging to one, I decided to go off the offense. I duck and pivot around his final swing, grabbing his arm, darting my knife into his neck. He catches my arm, tries to kick my leg, and attempts to subdue me. Loosening the grip from both hands, I slip between our grip and pick the man from his midsection. I create momentum of swinging the man's body up to my shoulders, but using the momentum, I slam into the ground. The back of his head crashed against the curb with a muffled thud, remaining motionless. Turning to see Zuki, she burst in the car door and was over to me. Are you okay? I'm fine. What about you? I don't feel very good. She clears her stomach and seems weak to stand up. Let me see. Her shirt to pull her shirt. Her hand her from her stomach and pull her shirt up. A jagged piece of glass lodged inside Zuki's stomach. Far from being removed without further damage, but not small enough that she would continue to bleed at a normal rate. See, Zuki, go to sit in the car next to the sidewalk. Police should be here any minute because of the gunfire. They can get you an ambulance. Are you sure? Yes, sweetheart, please. I ran Zuki's arm around my shoulder and carefully walked to her spot toward the sidewalk. Quickly returning to the car, I try to open the passenger side door to a father but doesn't budge. Damn it. I grab his handles, place one of my feet next to the door in my car body. As much as strength I have muster, I pry to bust the door open little by little. No man's good man, I sit on the ground on my neck, my back against the body of the car and use my feet to push the door. Until we release and neutrally swings open. We're in a vehicle. Mizuki's father weakly stares at me. Mizuki, okay, is my daughter okay, Hope? She's gonna be alright, sir. Let's get you out of here, okay? I try to press the button on my coat to start radio, but nothing happens. Damn it. The crash must have broken it. Pressing the knife against the seatbelt, I cut Mizuki's father down and carefully put him out of the car. When I go across the car to the driver, I feel an area of his neck untouched by blood and sigh. He didn't make it. Coming down, removing the remains of his car, I hear the sound of silence in the distance. As the red and blue lights illuminate the street, I sheath my knife and recover my handgun from Mizuki. The last man I fought has disappeared. Looking at my hands, I discover they are unconcernedly cut in several places. Blood covers them so much you can't tell what skin tone is underneath. Pain never registers to me. I can feel the wounds rub against each other, causing more crimson life to leak, but no pain. I understand what this feeling is inside. What is happening to me? After providing a detailed explanation of what happened to an officer, I watched paramedics load Izuki to the ambulance, her father accompanying her. I actually arrives on the scene and forces me to stay behind. I don't pay attention to anyone around me or see anything. I keep my eye on Izuki. She reached out as if to call for him, but the ambulance door closes before anything comes out. And right then, it was right there that I finally understood the feeling inside me. It was hatred. Pure, unadulterated hatred. The people who did this are gonna pay. I don't care, I'm gonna hunt them down myself. I'll follow every last person on this goddamn planet if I have to. When I find out who they are, none of them will be safe. They will all wish this never happened. The world will feel my impact. Hope, as she was her hand in front of me, saw all of my thoughts. What do you want? You okay? I've asked you like 4 times already. No, I'm not. I want you to find who orchestrated this. They're gonna suffer deeply for what happened tonight. Don't worry about that right now. You have more important concerns. Nothing more important than this. Look, you're injured and you still want to keep fighting? I raise my hands and look down at them for a moment. Yes? I don't feel it. Ashley winces as I open my palms. Ashley, I don't care what you want at this point. I want you to find out who these people are. And then what? Let you loose? I'm sick of guarding, especially after this. These people are getting away, and you won't let me go after them. Hope, you're too much of a danger to let loose after this. That fact, just that outrageous notion to me. Just justify it. Just take my word for it. Right now, I need you to get those wounds tended and prepare for our next move. Now, What's going on to you? I don't care. I viewed the situation actually. I nearly lost Suki tonight. Something that I couldn't think of to bear. Seeing her hurt and being loaded in the ambulance made me see things differently. Listen to me. You just want revenge for the attack. You're not clearly. Shut up. Ashley slaps the side of my face and stares at me fierce eyes. I don't know what's gone into you. Maybe it's bloodlust for vengeance. Maybe it's just because you have feelings for that girl. Maybe it's because you don't know how to act in this circumstance. But I'll not have you disrespect me like that. I raise you better than that. I just want. I I will just want what is best for you. Now listen to me. Get your ass into the paramedics so they can tend to you. Gripping both my bloody and cut hands in a fist, I suddenly complied to her request. Jesus, kid. Hope walks away from me and heads to the paramedics like I've told him to. Normally, anyone could say he acted the way he acted because he got attacked. But he's been through numerous assignments and fights for his short tenure. However, this changed him somehow. I think I know what it is too. Reaching my pocket, I call myself and call Julia. Yeah, Ash, what's up? I need to talk to you. What's going on? What do you need? Attack happened tonight. Hope was caught right in the middle of it. I'm like, oh, is he okay? I don't know, to be completely honest with you. What do you mean? He's only hurt in a couple places, but he seems to feel any of it. But there's more. The driver in their vehicle was killed. Izuki was wounded in a car accident taken by the group, and Izuki's father was pretty stunned too. But he kept demanding that I let him loose to fight and take these people down. Wait, you don't mean I saw the same look in his face when he had that day? Oh my God, so we were right. Yeah, I'm gonna keep a close eye on him to make sure he doesn't get out of band race we set for him. Oh, the girl is hurt. I don't think we have much control anymore. Bullshit, Julia. Like hell, I'm gonna give hope up for that. Well, if anyone can control him best, it's you. I'll call you tonight. It's my call one too. What do you think I'm staying up? You got yourself mixed up if you're two. So help me God, I will run you up the mail if you don't. Fine. We're sending you money for my coffee in the morning. Sure, whatever. Talk to you later, Ash. Talk to you later, Julia. I'm gonna press the hand button. I want your paramedics decide to do with help. My throat is drier than my DMs. Moving through a concrete sidewalk that takes me around the side of the field office, I see my destination before me. A large inside building that obviously contains whole personnel. It's more of a pseudo prison than anything else. Julie had departed from her office. She got me the connections needed to obtain and detain people for the other night. I still get angry about it. Those people followed Monica to their house and to attack her while she was in it. I hadn't felt odd earlier in the day. I think I could have caught on. I'm just glad I was able to get there in time. But on this day, I was going to force my talk. No one is going to stop me. Reaching the building, reaching the building. The entrance has an access control panel installed on the left side of the wall. I swipe a key card given to me by Julie and open the unlocked door. I'll be right back. I need to use the restroom. That was my phone. The restroom being used, so yeah, I gotta wait longer. Fuck this shit. Anyway, walking in the room, I see one of my targets can have handcuffed or restrained to a chair. I walk to a mirror near the side of the wall and wink of it. Rolling my shirt sleeves, rolling up my dress shirt sleeves, I blouse them a little above my elbows, loosen my tie, I undo my collar just a bit to let myself breathe more comfortably. Do you mind telling me what the hell is going on here? Why is the kid questioning me? What kind of police department is this? You remember me? Why would I remember you? Oh, I think that a grown man who had a ass kicked by a kid will remember. You're that kid? Oh, well, it's just great. Give me your badge number. I will have a job for this. You want my badge number? I place my face inches from his. It's 4219. I slam my right fist in the side of his head as hard as I can. His eyes bulge and he nearly topples on the chair over. I grab his shirt and sit him upright. You son of a bitch. How dare you do this to me? I want you supervisor. I want you supervisor's boss. You're not being this seat. What you've done. Hey, hey, hey. Let me tell you something, old man. I'm not an officer. What? How'd you get in here? I have some questions for you. If you answer them for me, I will leave, and you'll go back to your cozy cell in the precinct. Me? Submit to you? You're out of your mind, kid. I need to tell you who is no cop, man. I grab his gold of his head and force him to face me. What are you going to do with the girl? I won't say anything. So go fuck yourself. I walk over to one of the corners of the room where the bucket lies. And the bucket, I retrieve a towel and place it over my shoulder. Next, I grab. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no, I think I know where this is going. I grab a container from the bucket and a small bit of rod. What are you doing? Me? Nothing. Just preparing some stuff for a game. A game? What do you mean a game? You'll see. Open the container of gasoline, I grab a bottle and place it over the. No! I fucking knew it! On the man's head. What are you doing? Stop! Don't act like you don't deserve this. I grabbed the metal rod after lifting the towel, shoved it in the stove to force it open. Wah ha ha! You'll see what I'm doing soon enough. Parting, draping the towel back over the man's head, I grab a large bottle of water, underneath the bucket and cap it. Only plastic cap on the ground floor. The echo of it makes the man start to struggle with his restraints. Gripping his hand on one, gripping his hand on one hand, I force him still and slowly pour. Waterboarding. Welcome to Gitmo. As the water streams to the towel and begins to cover his face, he struggles to breathe and starts screaming. Keep my eyes on the man's covered head. I watch him struggling to breathe through the damn towel. The great thing to do. The great thing about this method interrogation is that he won't die. He'll still be able to breathe, but he'll probably have the sensation that he's drowning. Yeah, waterboarding. God, I hate the U.S. government. Anyway, after about 30 seconds of him struggling to breathe, I remove the towel from his face. Are you ready to answer my question now? He lowers his head and looks down his lap. The part in his mouth is still forcing his mouth open. He's casting for air. I grab him and force him to look at me. Are you going to make me repeat myself? He gives a death stare and tries to headbutt me, but misses terribly. Alright, then you seem thirsty. Let's give you a little more water. He starts to yell again and I pour a towel over his face. Sloshing the rest of water in the bottle around, I slowly pour it over the towel. To deal with the act and quitting, I turn the streams out and make myself another place. Take myself to another place. I can't be weak right now. Can't help what I'm doing until I learn what I need. I will not let my emotion control me. This has to be done. With the last drop of water in this bottle, I squeeze the bottle in my hand, destroying it and dropping it into the ground. I'm gonna continue this all night if I have to. In fact, I even have a surprise to make this game more fun. I pick up the pretty heavy weighted container of gasoline, I lift the towel, and reveal it to the man. You know what this is? It's gasoline. Sloshing gasoline around, his eyes widen. He is really starting to settle in now. He doesn't want to play this game any longer. All he has to do is give me what I want. Otherwise, I am leaving this room in a few hours, premeditating of gas like a mechanic. Now, are you gonna tell me why you were after the girl the other night? He weakly and slowly nods yes, setting the container down. I grabbed a towel and slid it further back, removing the metal bar from his mouth. Kneeling to eye level with him, I wait for his answer. You monster! How can you subject someone to these conditions? Was that the answer to my question? Fine. I was asked to follow and kidnap the girl. Asked? Who asked you to do that? Uh, I don't know who. You're lying. No, I'm not. I'm not doing this with you. I got a towel and cover his face again. No, don't do it again, please. Here on this Twitch stream, we support waterboarding. I cannot say that without getting in trouble. That is a joke. That is a joke. Please do not take me out of context. No waterboarding allowed here. Alright. Setting back up, I grabbed a container of gasoline and started pouring a small amount over the towel. Not enough to fully asphyxiate him, but enough to make his eyes, nose, and throat burn. Stop! It burns. It burns. I can do this all day. Typing the red side, diving inside the red container, look in the mirror. I have an endless supply of water and gasoline to keep the fun going. About 10 minutes of letting the gasoline do its work, he remains uncooperative, fancying any more questions. Fine, I'll grab more water. You seem a little thirsty. Well, no, please. Who asked you to hunt down and attack a teenage girl? Hesitation, open another water bottle and start pouring it. Okay, I'll tell you. Just let me off. Get this off of me. I can't breathe. Everything hurts. Taking the towel off his head, I look down and look at his eyes, which are bloodshot. This will end as soon as you start talking. I was approached by a man in a suit. He said if I did what he asked me, he would make me a rich man. At the time, it didn't seem like a bad proposition. He said locate this girl and hand me a picture of her. What else? You organized a group. You operate a group, so you weren't the only one this guy approached. The others are in the same boat as me. We're all asked to locate the girl and take her. Where? I don't know, man. You know, for a moment there, I thought you were cooperative. I was looking forward to getting out of this room into a proper shower. But now I guess I need to. No, fine. Damn it. He wanted us to take the girl to the docks at his house east of the city. The docks. Did he tell you why? No. He told us not to ask any questions, just do what we were told. One of the guys with us asked why we were targeting a teenage girl, and the man told him he was only going to get half for just for asking. So, I kept my mouth shut and just did what I was told. Interesting. So this man, did you learn his name? You said to only call him John Doe. What else can you tell me about this man? Not much. He had a powerful demeanor. It's kind of hard to be around for more than a few minutes. Did he mention anything about the girl besides the girl at all? No. Just get her and bring her to the docks. Does he know you failed? I have no idea. He could have had someone follow us. Seems like something he would do. Other than that, I have no clue. Did he give you any means of contacting them? Not that I remember. I remember questioning part of that myself. I don't even know where in the docks to bring the girl, or how to let him know we were there. That means he had other means to figure out if you were there. What did he look like? Did he have any tattoos? Any distinguishing features? No, none. He looked just like an old person besides the creepy feeling he gave off. White, kinda tall, black hair. I think brown eyes. I honestly can't remember. Please, let me go now. We're not finished. Did he have an accent? Kinda. He spoke very good English, but I could tell there was an accent somewhere. I don't know what it is though. You have any other more details about him? No. We entered that once and I was blinded by the potential money I could have gotten. Well, you made a huge mistake by doing that. Whatever, just let me go like you promised. Promised? I don't recall promising that. What, you said if I answered the questions you'd let me go. Nowhere did I say I promised you that. I need to verify everything you told me. If they're true, I'll see what I can do. The man frankly growls at me. However, if what you've told me happens to be false, and you lied at all during this, I'll be visiting you every day. You know, payment for wasting my time. Whatever. Alright. I told you everything you asked for. I will verify all that myself. I have my hands off his pants and to get excess gasoline off. After standing up, pushing the door, I turn around and raises my index finger. How much did he offer you? Well, I don't remember. Oh, you don't remember the amount of money the strange man in the suit offered you in return of connecting a teenage girl who was still in high school. After taking her, you were to bring her to city docks? Something doesn't add up here. Fine. He offered us all between the divided percentage from $3 million. $3 million, thank you. Before I go, is there anything else you're hiding from me? Because if you are, I will find it. No. That's all. Thank you. Without hearing another one of his words, I open the door and walk into his office, take a seat on the couch, and lean back. She sits on her desk, looking through the notes gathered during the interrogation. She eyes me for a brief second before turning her attention to a proper. So, what you got? Once the general explanation checks out, my issue is that this mystery man approached him. He wants Monica per box, but never specified where. I'm part of. I need to be right back. I need to arrest him. Taking a bath of brain was brain. Anyway, the hard part of this maritime district is but that is the maritime district is very large. Searching it completely would be too obvious. And scouting would waste time. Also, we don't know if this guy is aware we captured his cronies. That's true. Well, while I was in there, I was thinking about that. Approaching him, he disappeared and approaching and disappeared and didn't provide any contact information. Smart of it on his end. No way of trying to act other than. Ow, shit. I dropped my mic. Anecdotal information we got from the detainee. I nodded my head, continuing silently, thinking. I can only assume that Monica was going to be brought to the dock so she can smuggle off land. But the thing about that is, as Joy said, the maritime district is huge. When make ourselves too conspicuous, and make ourselves too conspicuous by searching around. Unless we find another way to identify this man and locate him, we're out of luck. Window and behind Julian into the sky. But before long, Julia's eyes widen. Wait a second. I think I may have something. What is it? Turning to look at her, she starts typing away on her laptop. So our little detained friend mentioned the amount offered was 3 million. Correct? Why? There has to be some trail leading to a proposition that's on the money. Funds must have been prepared before meeting with anyone. If you find any transactions in the last 2 weeks around that amount, we can narrow out banks, branches, locations, and finally, camera footage. The hard part is locating the bank that we used for the transaction. And judging since the plan is most likely to smuggle Monica out of port, it'd be an international bank rather than local. That's just great. Laying my head back to rest on the couch, I shrug and slap my hands against my lap. There's more time devoted to locating information that we're not entirely sure will lead us anywhere. I want you to focus on protecting Monica. Plus, just you and I are working this. Miyuki's going to be helping too. And you recall Miyuki has experience in international operations. She was an Eastern Branch agent at one point, and you managed to snag away from them. She opted to transfer to a more stable environment. Chuckling, left my hand on the I lift my head from the couch. I also assigned a small task force to scout around different areas of the docks, if any will match the description they have. Nothing we can fully rely on right now, but if they happen to come across anything, that would prove useful. Good idea. Give me the number of the agent that will lead the squad. Why? Communication, that's all. I'm hesitant to provide that, but not enough to fully decline. Just don't do anything stupid, okay? I can't afford stupid right now. I shoot Julia glare and stand up. Where are you going? No important. Call me when you're ready to go. Alright then. Walking in the grass, I look at the branches and overhead trees. The moon provides a faint blue light across the land. However, I turn my gaze and to what is in front of me. My phone vibrates. Open I respond to the call. Hello? Hello, sir, this is Aiden Foster. What do you got? Sir, I think we have a positive ID on the target. Where are you? 56 in Broadland. Eastern Maritime District. I'll be there in 5 minutes. What? Keep surveying and let me know if you find anything else. Aye, sir. Removing the headset from my ear, I press N and walk down the hill I was sitting. When I reach the concrete divider separating the small land division from the road, I hop it inside to walk down the sidewalk. I double check my apparel to make sure I remain inconspicuous, not easily recognizable. I spot a black baseball cap, white t-shirt, dark blue jeans, and some Nike sneakers. Definitely not an outfit I wore on my own, but it'll work for the night. I approach the dimly lit sidewalk and notice the agent who just called me. He sits on the bus stop next to the staircase leaning down the boardwalk. After crossing the street, I see next to the agent bus stop. He's dressed in a gray tank top, black baggy jeans, and a bright red shoes, presumably expensive brand. I leans back and stretches my arms across the bench. What you got? So, based on specifics provided by our briefing, I tailed the man matching your descriptions. His behavior is hard to discern. He dropped off by a red sedan and walked straight down these stairs in the building on the far left. I see him. Did he notice you? If he did, he definitely had me fooled. Turning my head to the side, I glance at every car passing. Who else is here with you? Connors and Rubman. And where are they? North and west sides. Not far from here, so. Nothing from them so far? No one matching your description, sir. Alright, you're on me. Aye, sir. I throw myself on the bench. I take a quick stretch and start down the stairs. He said building on the far left, eh? Reaching a blend, I follow a path to the left until I'm met with the rather large gray building. Definitely used for some sort of supply and storage. Bordering the building a chain link fence that stands about 10 feet high. Various no trespassing signs are bolted on the fence posts. Ignoring them, I walk past. I love it when we break the law because it's pretty based as hell. Anyway, I walk past the key entrance into the property. Keeping as nonchalant as possible in case I'm found, I walk casually in front of the building. The large structure has all signs of lettering removed, leaving only a sun-bleached imprint behind on the wall. There's no advertisement on the wall itself. It's surprisingly well maintained. There's any trash on the ground, fence and damage, and the door to the building looks surprisingly new. I walk alongside the building, checking my corners and the cameras. The agent behind me taps my shoulder. When I look back, he points up. There's a camera aiming towards the edge of the dock. Did you see the man enter the building? From my view, I saw him walk down the side of the building towards the back. I assume that's why the camera's there. Interesting. Should we try the front door? No. A building like this is way too obvious for at one point business operated. I would assume right now it's considered after hours since there's no foot traffic to and from this building. And we know that above us is a security system of some sort. If we try the front door, it could trip an alarm or jeopardize everything. Not to mention, there's probably cameras inside. I see, so in that case we could probably look at a way to temporarily disable the security system. How do you suppose we do that? If I recall correctly, there should be both an internal and external security box installed. One out here to supply power to outside cameras, another in the inside for the same purpose. These boxes can be located near more where the outside utilities are kept. So now you find an external box and use it to turn off the cameras outside. However, it's going to cause more alarm to anyone watching the cameras. Not unless you set up a camera loop, which you can't because the loop has to attach to the camera. So we're going to get to the camera. It looks to the roof. Of course not. Simple as it. If we can at least get a decent picture of the guy, I can show to my source and determine if he's our guy. And if yes, sir, there won't be anything stopping me from taking him. Aye, sir. I get a good picture of you. How? Give me a boost up from the path right there. I climb up and go to the roof. If my architectural education is competent, this place was designed with warehouse in mind. I have access to the management office, which if I'm quiet enough, I can see if I can locate him. If he's inside, which I think he is, I can snap a picture. Sounds good enough to me. He takes several steps back, the distance get for me. I pair my stance and cut my hands near my knee. Ready? Mm-hmm. Itchy. I not even runs towards me. He jumps. He jumps and plants his right foot on my hands. Pushing up with my knees and with my arms, I throw him up as high as I can. Catch on the pipe and starts climbing up to the roof. Damn, he moves fast. Crouching down and seeing in shadows, I maintain my patience and wait. After minutes, I receive a picture image. In the middle of the room is a group of people talking. One of them is in a black suit and red tie, short black hair, a very ominous face as described. Perfect. In the picture, I see Miku and Chugan wait for a response. The agent looks down at me and begins to climb down. When he drops to the dirt, he looks at me and dusts himself off. Enough? Very well done. Let's leave and wait for a response. Aye, sir. Taking the baseball cap off my head, I walk over to a silver SUV parked on the side of the road and get in the back. Their agents await me. Rummaging through the black Kevlar bag, I grab change clothes. Gear up. We're gonna get ready to move. Aye, sir. Falling in. You know, I was gonna keep this. The action looks like it's gonna happen soon, but because I'm a dick, I'm gonna save that for the next for the next world. Well, I almost said World of Dreams fruit stream, which is next week. I hope because my schedule might be changing for work again. So we'll figure out what the hell happens then. Anyway, I'm gonna find a friend who's alive. We'll go. We'll say hi to them. Let's go bully them. Let's go call them bad words. As a joke, don't actually call people bad words. So there's two people, two of my friends who I can do this to. Uh, okay, I think I decided which one, just for the fun of it. So yeah, I'm gonna end it here. Slash raid. I'm afraid my friend. I almost misspelled her goddamn account. Let me see if I spelled it right. Let's go bully her. Anyway, I hope you guys have a good day, night, whatever the fuck. Please go say hi or do something. I don't give a fuck. Have a good time and goodbye.